Welcome to the live, welcome to the YouTube, welcome to another video. Wherever you are watching this at, I want to say welcome. Maybe make sure you leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and follow, depending on where you are. Now, today's live is the blueprints for how to succeed in 2025 because we are going into a snake year. Now, Chinese astrology in the Lunar New Year's were never really popular until the past 2 years where it's become super popular. And I want to take credit with GG33 for making it popular because in 2023, when it was a 7 year, 7 is the number of the genius. 7 is the number of the teacher. 7 is the number of the student. In the 7 year, when everybody was willing to be enlightened, we pushed numerology and astrology. Okay, it was a cat year also. And what I want you to understand is that in 2023, the idea of the Matrix went viral, right? But the funny thing is the Matrix, that movie came out in 1999. So why was it popular in 2023? I'm going to tell you. 1999 was a cat year. That's why you saw the black cat moving around within the Matrix. 2021, they dropped a new Matrix and you saw the black cat called Deja Vu. 2023 was another cat year and all of a sudden everybody was talking about red pill, red pill, red pill, red pill. And I'm born 1999. Therefore, people who are born 1999 tend to have that black cat energy, tend to have that outsider energy, tend to have that misfit energy. So me being born 1999, the year that Fight Club came out, the year that The Matrix came out, it makes sense why I do what I do. I didn't start mastering and learning numerology until 2022 going into 2023. And that's when we started to go public with it, okay? Now, you guys have become enlightened. You guys have been learning more about it. You guys have been learning about your own birthday. Somebody said, is it true you attracted me? Watch this video and you'll see. Everything I say is going to hit you in a way where you're going to be like, how the fuck did she know that? Because everything is energy, bro. Like, you have to understand that that is one of the main laws of this realm. Realm, R-E-A, real, R-E-A, reality, R-E-A, dream, R-E-A. That's called letterology. That's called letterology. And what you have to understand is that these elites, these higher ups, these very wealthy people, they're not just wealthy for no reason. Some of these elites are using rituals. They're using magic. They're using witchcraft. They're using all of these different things to get ahead. Now, some things aren't negative and some things are. Do you hear me? Some things are negative and some things are not. Okay? Some people use magic for a negative term to be able to control the subconscious mind of the masses, which is why if you are a independent thinker, it's almost as if the programming doesn't hit your brain as much. And it's almost as if you can see everybody else being programmed. If you're that type of person, this content is for you. And I want you to understand, they're not going to understand you outside there. They're not going to understand you in that realm. But here's a safe space. Why do you think that they've been wanting to get rid of TikTok? Because they know TikTok is where truth is exposed. Most of the other platforms, there's no freedom of speech. Everybody gets banned on these other platforms. So I'm trying to tell you, you are exactly where you are supposed to be in this moment. And all I want to do is make you aware of how to use your energy, how to win this game. Because let me tell you something, some of the synchronicities that you deal with, that's not a coincidence. That is literally showing you that this realm is almost dreamlike. This realm is almost computer-like. This realm is almost simulation-like. But the problem is that you got all these fake ass spiritual people trying to tell you, oh, we're in the Matrix, but they can't explain to you how. They can't explain to you how. They cannot show you a little bit outside of the realm. I can. For example, why the fuck is it that I don't know what you look like? I don't know your name. I don't even know where you're from, but you could give me your birthday, which if you look at the Matrix, everything was numbers. You could give me your birthday, the year that you're born, and I could completely tell you everything about your life. I could tell you about your trauma. I could tell you about everything you've been through. It's weird. It's weird. And honestly, I still am like, why the fuck does this work? And it's because it's a system. It's a game. It's a program. The world is a stage. Think about it. A movie is scripted. Think about it. We watch television. Every television. Come on. And I want you to understand that this realm eats off of your emotional energy. So if you were feeling emotional today, it's because the Matrix was trying to eat off of your energy. Today is an 11 day. When you add up the day, 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 9. It gives you 11 or 20, whichever. It all reduces to 11 though. Okay? So when you start to understand that, it's almost like you're receiving a map to this realm. And when you receive the map to this realm, it's like you can understand. All right? Now, I done gave you the blueprint of, this matrix. A rough. That's not what this live is about though. This live is to explain to you why this year will be the year that so many people have an awakening. Let's talk about it. The reason why so many people will have an awakening this year is because it is the year of the snake. Now you have to understand that energy takes on symbols. It takes on structures. So numbers and colors and letters are all just simply measurements to be able to measure frequency and energy. Okay? Now what that means is that the animal, the snake, is just a symbol to represent enlightenment, right? And why did they choose the snake to represent enlightenment? And why is this important? Make sure you guys run up the likes. Let's get this to 200,000 likes and share this live with your esoteric friends. Share this live with your black sheep friends who man, you the only person that really get me like this. You feel me? Now, I want you to understand, we may get hate in this live. I'm calling it now. I usually don't get hate in this live, but I have a feeling I'm going to get hate in this live because of how much truth I'm about to spit. And the thing about it is this information resonates at a certain frequency that it's either going to cause people to accept it or reject it. That's the frequency of wisdom. That's the frequency of enlightenment. Remember in 2020 when those who are awakened were battling and arguing with those who were asleep? That's almost like what this live is going to be. Okay? All right? So when you start seeing negativity, ignore it because they're trying to stir up drama. It's an 11 day. 11 is the number of drama. Okay? Hold on. I got to get something to drink. This is going to be a great live. Like, honestly, if I was you, I would really record this live, take notes, because this live is going to give you the understanding of what's going to happen in 2025. In 2024, we told people that California was going to get hit. Now, if you heard me say that and you heard GG33 say that, I want you to comment below. It's true. She said it. If you remember me telling you California was in its enemy year, go ahead and comment. It's true. She said it. Especially if you've been here before. So those who are still trying to figure out they can trust what I'm saying, they can receive some type of, you know what I'm saying? Connie said, never heard it. Oh, okay. You probably wasn't here. Thank you. It's true. She said it. Thank you, Malika. Thank you, Elle. Thank you, Saul Anderson. Thank you. Because there are some people who have been watching me for years and they know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, let's get into it. We are talking about the fact that it is snake year. And because it is snake year, a lot of people are going to be going through levels of enlightenment. Why is the snake the symbol of enlightenment? Well, it goes back to Egypt, all right? Egypt, we all know Egypt was way ahead of its time when it came to esoteric wisdom. We all know that, right? But what you guys may have not known was that the snake and the cat were very powerful animals that got a lot of respect. But there's a difference between the cat and the snake. The snake was profound because you could not become a pharaoh until you were crowned a Uraeus. Now, some of you guys may say, and I keep repeating this. Why do I keep repeating this? Because the truth needs to be heard. Why do I keep repeating this? Let me show you. What is a Uraeus? This is a Uraeus. This is a Uraeus. And basically, the Uraeus is a symbol that goes on the pharaoh's crown when they reach enlightenment. Now, interesting, that book called the Bible talks about the snake also, but the story's a little different. I'm not going to get into that. It's up to you to figure what I mean by that. The story's a little bit different. In the Bible, the snake is not good because the snake has the fruit of wisdom or the knowledge. Interesting enough. Now, in Egypt, the snake is connected to Kundalini energy. Now, if you understand Kundalini energy, the Kundalini energy is the spine. It's connected to the spine, right? Now, let's talk about why the spine is important, because it also connects to serpent energy. The spine is important. It has 33 vertebrae. 33 is the number of enlightenment. 33 is the number of Christ consciousness, which is why Jesus Christ died at 33. Which is why the Masons, the highest level is 33. Now you're starting to understand the symbolism between the snake and enlightenment. Now, what you may not know is that the spine is connected to Kundalini energy because that is where the energy flows. Our spine is like the magic wand of our body. And when you are meditating, right, that meditation and your breathing, the goal is to, depending on what kind of meditation you're doing, the goal is to get that energy to travel from the base of your spine like a rocket. The base of your spine is where a lot of your energy holds, but you have to get that energy to get to the third eye. Now, this is where the Uraeus comes into part, okay? This is where the Uraeus comes into part, and this is why it represents enlightenment. Because once the energy from the base of your spine reaches your crown chakra or your third eye, your pineal gland, shout out Young Pharaoh for teaching me this, your pineal gland will actually flicker, almost like them rattlesnakes, almost like those cobras, when that energy reaches that part of the brain. That pineal gland is what happens to it, okay? Now, why is this important in 2025? And I want you guys to, if you have not yet, make sure you guys follow me. Now, why is this important in 2025? 2025 is a year of enlightenment because it is going into the year of the snake. So what that means is that a lot of people are going to have awakenings. A lot of people are going to be waking up. A lot of people are going to be going through dark nights of the soul too. Now, let's talk about the numerology. And I do want to say, if you ever did, what's up, baby Meech? If you ever did any of the meditations with me, you already know that our meditation is focused on bringing our energy to our head. And once you do that meditation, you'll actually start to feel either lightheadedness or, funny enough, this is going to go into my next point. The snake is connected to sexual energy and it's connected to that creative energy. When that energy reaches the head, you will feel an orgasmic feeling in the brain. Now, a lot of y'all may have experienced that by listening to my videos. When I teach you guys something, the wisdom can vibrate at a certain frequency that when it reaches your brain and it reaches your DNA, it's almost like it can unlock it and you can feel that orgasmic energy. That is actually a mind fuck. Okay? And if you understand what I'm talking about, the snake is a very sensual animal. The snake and the Scorpio are actually connected because in astrology, the snake and the Scorpio are the only two animals in the astrology to be venomous. That means that in 2025, truth will prevail. And the reason why is because the snake is about revenge. The snake is about revenge. Now, if you look at the end of 2025, I want y'all to all comment 25. Everybody comment 25. Now, if you look at the end of 25, what is 2 plus 5? 7. Now, if you look at the word revenge, EVE, and you look at the word 7, EVE, it has a very similar energy there. And you have to remember, root words mean a lot. We all understand that spelling is a curse, right? So my 7 life paths, it's your time to shine. If you are born on the 7th, if you are born on the 25th, it's your time to shine. This is the time where you being smart could actually benefit you. This is also going to be a great year in technology. Also, what I want you to understand is everybody is into meme coins and crypto. You want to know why? You want to know why? And this is why I tell you, when you know this information, it could actually make you money. You want to know why crypto is doing so well this year? Go ahead. Ask me why. Ask me why. That's what you came here for. You came here for information. Ask me why. The reason why is because it was founded January 9th. 9, right? 2025 is a 9 year. So crypto is doing well. And crypto is going to continue to do well this year. And honestly, if you're smart and you understand wisdom, I would say, you know what? Let me write that down. She's calling it. She's calling it. Trying to tell you. You get what I'm saying? Now, another thing I want to say too is technology. Technology is going to be doing well in 2025. So people who are in tech businesses, this is the year to get into tech. If you've been wanting to start a career, or you don't go to school for tech, do tech. Tech businesses are going to do well this year. Period. Okay? Now, let's go to the second part of this. We talked a little bit about the snake energy. We've introduced the fact that the snake is sensual, is connected to Scorpio energy also. What I want you to understand too is people who are born in snake year have very interesting eyes. Their eyes are so piercing. I'm going to give you an example. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is born snake year. Her eyes are very piercing, snake-like. Okay? So that's something else I want you to understand about snakes. Snakes are very observant. Snakes are very observant. And this is the year for you to be observant. You have to understand that when a new lunar year comes in, you may be like, why is it like, why is snake so important? Remember, the snake is just a physical manifestation of the energy. So don't get so caught up on snake. It's a snake. Like, just understand that the snake is a physical representation, a physical symbol, because that is how the universe communicates, through symbols, through numbers, okay? The snake is the physical representation of the energy. So I'm telling you right now, if you're not strategic, if you're not psychological, if you don't think 10 steps ahead, if you are impulsive, you're not going to do well this year. You have to be strategic. You have to be intentional. You have to be seductive. You have to play chess this year. You have to know psychology, because let me tell you something. In the higher levels of whatever career that you're in, it's people not working hard, they're working smart. See, 2024 was about working hard and bodybuilding and oh, tough. That's not what this is. Those who have the brains are going to take over this year. Those who have the brains are going to take over. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't have the brains, keep running up the likes on this live. If you don't have the brains this year, you're not going to do too well. So be strategic. What's up, Shaman Durek? Be strategic. Be 10 steps ahead. Another thing I want to tell you is seduction will be very important this year. And I'm not telling you to be manipulative, but I'm telling you to be manipulative, but not in a negative way, because guess what? You can manipulate energy. And let me tell you something. If you decide to be manipulative in a negative way, remember, the snake will get revenge on you. So it's about also becoming aware of who is being manipulative to you, being 10 steps ahead, being able to understand body language, being able to understand other people's energy. You see, a snake and a cat have very similar reptilian eyes. Let me see if I can show you this. A snake and a cat have the same type of snake eyes. I want you to see this. See that? See that? The snake and the cat have the same reptilian eyes. You wanna know something interesting about cats? Cats can see into 9 dimensions. What year are we in? A 9 year. Cats have foresight. So this is the year for you to have foresight. This is the year for you to not trust first impressions. This is the year for you to question things, be curious, look deeper. People who are born in snake year tend to be very paranoid too. And the reason why is because they are always watching people. They don't trust people. And the reason why is because snakes can be very loyal. Not all snakes. Which is funny because we're told watch for the snakes in the grass. Which is interesting because snakes are actually loyal. Which is why they get revenge on people. Because imagine being so loyal to somebody and they do you wrong. That's going to do something to you. That's going to create some type of resentment, which is understandable. But we have to understand that animals have a nature and humans have a nature. And you have been taught to be submissive. Whether you know it or not, you have been taught in life to be submissive. This is why people fuck you over. This is why people do you dirty. This is why people don't listen to you. This is why people don't pay attention to you. This is why people walk over you. This is why people don't respect you. It ain't nobody's fault but yours. It is your lack of social intelligence. Your lack of social intelligence is what's causing you emotional pain. And I'm telling you right now, 2025 is also going to be a very emotional year because January 1st was an 11 day and tomorrow, the 29th, is an 11 day. And that's when we go into snake year. So it's going to be very emotional. But if you have the emotional intelligence, if you have the social intelligence, you're going to be able to recognize the energy vampires trying to suck that emotion out of you. Because let me tell you something, you have people in your life who are so spiritually unaware that they literally play the role of energy vampires by bringing you the drama, by bringing you negativity, by bringing you negative energy. And if you aren't smart enough or you aren't aware enough, you'll get caught up in their trap. Y'all, what if I told you I haven't even started the report yet? You guys are not ready. So again, I've been teaching magnetism since the ending of 2024 because I knew 2025 people were going to be studying magnetism and psychology again in seduction. Period. Let me tell you something. The hottest commodity out right now is influence. And if you have the ability to influence people, you have the ability to be wealthy. If you know how to communicate, if you know how to win people over, you can have a successful business just off of relationships. We underestimate relationships. Keep running the live. Keep running the likes up on the live, y'all. Keep running the likes up. Make sure you guys go ahead and leave a follow. Before we get started, I need everybody to comment, I'm ready. If you are ready to get into the report of seduction, teaching you guys how to be seductive in 2025, I need you to comment, I'm ready. I am about to give you guys free game. But if you treat it like it's free, you're not going to actually reap the benefits of it. You need to treat it like you paid $1,000 for it. Because if you treat it like it's free, you're going to think it doesn't really matter. So treat it like you paid for it. Treat it like you put your money into this. You're investing something, your time. Use it wisely. Okay? So let's get into it. All right. Hold on. For to pull up this report. Let's get into it. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all not ready for this. Okay. So, it took me some time to get this together. Okay, I'm making sure y'all saying, I'm ready. Excuse me. Make sure you guys are following me too. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. So, what I need you to understand about this is that what I'm about to teach you is almost like when your father taught you how to shoot your first. You get what I'm saying? This is not the time for you to be like, but dad, that's evil. But dad, this is not the time. Because the same way as you learn how to use that weapon, you're learning how to use psychology, and you're learning how to use this game of seduction to protect yourself, but to also to get ahead. Okay? Now, granted, when I was a kid, I wish somebody would have taught me this, because I would have noticed when people were playing with my feelings, playing with my life, playing with my time. And if you want to be successful, you cannot succeed without this type of intelligence. Trust what I'm telling you. Listen, let me tell you something. Trust what I'm telling you. If you do not understand social intelligence, emotional intelligence, understanding hierarchies at your job, understanding who has power, who doesn't have power, who's the liar, who's telling the truth, who's real, who's not, who can take you to the next level, who can't. If you don't understand this, you're going to waste a lot of time with a lot of people. I'm telling you. And if you deal with people not respecting you, they don't understand how to respect who you are, they don't treat you right, they don't listen to you, that's your fault. But it's okay, because I'm going to give you game. Let's get into it. So, the art of absence, coquettish power, and silent mastery of respect. I'm going to teach you how to deal with disrespect. I'm going to teach you how to win people over. I'm going to teach you how to keep your relationships on fire, because a lot of y'all, your relationships start to fail because you get comfortable. You think that the work stopped. You think that the work stopped. You think that after you got the person, that's it. And a lot of y'all don't understand that this same mentality is what you need when you want to build an audience, when you want to get a job, when you want to get a new partner, when you want to build a business and you need to network with people. This is for people who have social anxiety. Okay, I'm done explaining. All I know is if your social life ain't good, if you don't know how to win people over, if people don't respect you, if you are a simp, because 9s are simps, and this is a 9 year. If you are a simp, and be real, some of y'all are too kind for your own, like, I don't know who the fuck told y'all that being nice was going to get you where you want to be. It's not. The nice man always loses. I'm telling you. And I'm not going to tell you to be an asshole, but I'm going to tell you that, let me say this. People don't like boring. People want to be entertained. This is a TV show. This is a movie. This is a simulation. This is the Truman Show. People want to be entertained. People want to be won over. So everything I'm about to tell you, you're going to think, oh, but people don't want that. Yes, they do. People want to chase. Why do you think that you like the person that doesn't give you attention, but the person who's always texting you good morning, you pay them no mind? Why do you think that? It's okay. I'm going to break it down. So, in a world obsessed with validation, where people grasp desperately for attention, the rarest and most powerful move is withdrawal. Now, let me tell you something. The reason why your game isn't great is because you always are needy. And I want you to understand this. I know I'm probably for to tear your ass up, but it's because I care about you. And it's because I know that if you are on this live, you have a really big heart. And you have to understand that that heart and that love, everybody don't deserve that shit. And I'm sure you've already learned this in your couple of years of life. Everybody don't deserve your love. Your love is a jewel. And only those who are worthy should receive your love. And I really hope you understanding me. You're very special. You got a lot of shit going on. But if you don't know how to protect yourself, people will take and take and take. And you know what this feels like. So trust me, I'm telling you this out of love. I'm the parent, I'm the guidance, I'm the mentor that will tell you how it is because I love you, bro. Like, I love you. You feel me? So let's get into it. You have to understand detachment. And the reason why you have to understand detachment is because if you are attached to anything, it is because of a lack within yourself. This is magnetism. You have to become self-reliant in order to truly be seductive. So if your confidence comes from somebody else's compliment, you will never be seductive. You will never be seductive. If you always rely on somebody texting you back to feel good about yourself, if you have an anxious attachment, you will never be seductive until you unlearn that. So that means, let me tell you, this is positive. And this is why I say this seduction isn't rooted in negativity. It's actually rooted in positivity and healing. When you heal yourself and you heal your abandonment issues, you heal your self-love issues, and you really start to love yourself to the point where you don't need anything outside of yourself, that's when everything starts to come to you. Okay? Now, absence is an art, and this is why cats are very magnetic. And I'm born the year of the cat. This is why, and I'm a Scorpio, so I naturally understand this. And if you're a 7, you understand this. If you ever watch cats leave and they show up at the right times. They're never always in your face. Dogs, people who are born the year of the dog or dogs always need attention. And that's why sometimes they can get annoying. But cats are so sustainable by themselves. And that's what makes people have such cult-like relationships when it comes to cats. Like the cat world is so cultish. Like, let me tell you something. People who own a cat, when that cat is gone, and I understand dogs too, but when that cat is gone, now you hear the meows, when that cat is gone, that cat's death affects people very deeply. And the reason why is because cats are never always in your face. You don't really get tired of cats because they need their own isolation. They need their own time to themselves. And it's crazy because when you understand that an animal needs its own time to itself and is self-reliant, that shows you the level of intelligence that animal has. Okay? That shows you the level of intelligence that animal has, that animal needs its own space. All right, let's continue. Absence is an art, a silent weapon that commands desire, mystery, and control. Those who master it do not chase, they attract. I want you to comment this down below. I do not chase. And I need you to download this in your motherfucking brain. You don't chase shit. You don't chase shit. You hear me? You do not chase. Do you see cats chasing humans? Do you ever see cats running after humans? No. They don't run after humans. Only dogs run after humans. Peep what I'm telling you. Have you ever seen a cat chase a human? Not many times, have you? And I'm trying to break something down to you, all right? So, I do not chase. And I need you to download this in your motherfucking brain. Like, I do not chase. All right? They do not beg. They command. So you don't beg neither. You ain't never been a begging bitch, and you never gonna be a begging bitch. And if you ever been begging, listen, delete it out your memory. Act like that wasn't you. Say, that wasn't me. That's a whole different me. I'm rebirthing. I'm shedding my skin. It's a new me now. Because one thing about it, a bitch, you're not gonna beg. You should never beg for somebody to treat you right. You hear me? Because you begging for someone to treat you right only feeds their ego more. So you never gonna be a begging bitch. All right? Comment that down below. I am not a begging bitch. I'm fucking talking about. All right. In 2025, when magnetism is an act. Let me read this again. Absence is an art, a silent weapon that commands desire, mystery, and control. Those who master it do not chase, they attract. They do not beg, they command. And in 2025, when magnetism is at an all-time high, those who know when to disappear will be the ones who dictate the game. Listen, Playboi Carti music is not the best, but that man got a cult-like fan base. You want to know why? Because he understands when to disappear. Prince, Michael Jackson, they understood when to disappear and when to pop out. You feel me? If you are going to events, there's no need for you to be there the moment the events start and you there all the way to the end, because that shows that you're not busy. You don't got shit else to do. You at this event from beginning to end. What is your problem? Do you not have other shit to do? You are in and out because you're important. And important people cannot be in one place for too long because you got other shit to do. Okay? And I want you to understand that what I'm teaching you, when you start to embody it, you're naturally going to become the person that becomes naturally busy. But until it happens in your life, you have to tell the universe what character you are. Remember, this is a movie. And you have to sculpt your character as you see fit. Why do you think XXXTentacion, Michael Jackson, they both had manifestos where they said that they killed them old selves and created this new version of themselves that would be perceived this type of way? So you have to ask yourself, how do you want to be perceived? Just like in a movie, when you're introducing a new character, how do you want this character to be perceived? Because guess what? How this character is perceived will dictate the impact this character has on the audience. So if you want to have an impact on the world, that means that you have to architect your presence. I really hope you're listening to me. All right, make sure you guys are following me. And if you guys want to rewatch this live later, go to my TikTok and subscribe to me. Okay, you can see my YouTube on TikTok and subscribe to me. All right, so we haven't even gotten started yet, y'all. Let's continue. The power of seduction. And let me tell you something. This class, this right here is free information. If you want to join my magnetism class for the year of 2025, you have to DM me your birthday, because not everybody gets into this shit. And if your birthday is eligible, then you can make a payment and join my magnetism class. But let me tell you something. In 2025, those who are seductive will win. Those who are psychological will win. So DM your birthday to me if you want to join my class. The class is $99.91. $99 for you to stop getting played. $99 for people to stop disrespecting you. $99 for you to finally be respected. $99 for people to finally see who you really are. $99 for you to finally be attractive. $99 for your presence to be felt. Because quite frankly, you're ignored. You're not important yet. And that's only because you don't know how to make yourself important. You see, the thing about Michael Jackson understood how to create a larger than life persona. And what I do want to tell you is there are different type of seducers. Andy Warhol was the type of seducer that was introverted. So I want you to understand that you don't have to be a Leo and super extroverted to have success in this. You could literally be an introvert and win the crowd over also by being the person that everybody wants to get a word out of. Andy Warhol was so weird and introspective that people would literally send him limos to get him to come to their party, because whenever Andy Warhol was there, that meant that that was a good party. Trying to tell you, thank you guys for the gift. Michael Jackson was so selective about what he went to. Kanye West understood, let's get the paparazzi to catch us doing this. Because he wants to paint his own narrative. Why allow other people to paint your narrative when you have the power to paint your own narrative? Let's get into it. The power of seduction and why you will fail without it. I want you guys to run up the likes. And if you guys have not followed me, follow me. Somebody said, but they also kicked the bucket. You learn from people's mistakes, babes. The power of seduction and why you will fail without it. The silent game that rules the world. So I want you to understand, I've been able to network with billionaires, Elena Cardone, Grant Cardone. I've been able to network with millionaires, Les Brown, Nehemiah Davis, Ash Cash. I've met with a lot of multi-millionaires. Papi Chulo, Dreaded, you get me? And one thing that I've understood is that they all understood the silent game of influence and seduction in order to win a crowd. Now, them being able to win a crowd is what made them millionaires, because they understood, I know what people want. I just got to give them what they want, and they'll buy things from me. Okay? So, let's continue. There is a game being played all around you. Now, what I want you to understand is that there's no such thing as, I don't want to play the game. Baby, life is a game. Life is a game. So I don't care if you're talking about I don't want to play the game. Even when you don't play the game, you play the game. Why do you think chess is such a representation of life? Basketball. Why do you think that those games teach you the most about life? Why do you think those games teach you the most about life? Because life is a game. And those games just so happen to be able to help you understand the game of life. You feel me? Let's continue. So, some enter this world with a natural ability to wield power over attention, over desire, over the mind of others. But for the rest, they move through life unnoticed. Some of y'all are unheard. Some of y'all are forgotten. You ever wonder why this artist is so good, but they're not seen? They're not noticed. People don't know them. It's because that they didn't know how to be seen. And I want to let you know something. And I'm gonna give you my eyes for this. You cannot be afraid to be seen. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to stop being afraid to put yourself out there. Because if you are afraid to be seen, don't be mad when you are forgotten. The difference between those who captivate and those who are ignored is one thing: seduction. If you do not learn this game, you will suffer in ways you won't even understand. Your relationships will decay into dull routine. Why do you think marriages always end up in divorce? Because the husband or the wife, they get fat. They stop working on themselves. They stop looking good. You think that you won, and you think that that's it. Just like life, just like Kobe Bryant mentality. Just because you in the NBA don't mean that it's over. It just started. It just started. So once you get on that date with somebody, once you get in that relationship, it's not over. It's just starting. So if your relationship is boring, this is for you. If your relationship is boring, this is for you. If all you do is watch TV with your partner, work, come back, do the same routine, don't be upset when that relationship ends. Because clearly you wasn't really working too hard for it. Clearly you didn't love that person enough to keep them excited. I'm just giving you facts. Comment down below if I'm spitting facts. Say facts. Say facts if I'm spitting facts right now. Okay? And I gotta speak this way with this tone of voice. Let me tell you something. When I'm out and about, I don't talk like this. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, girl, no, I'm trying to tell you. This is how I speak. But I understand that when I am in front of this camera, I have to make sure that this performance is remembered in your brain so you can understand what I'm teaching you right now. That's the difference between a good teacher. The first vowel in teacher is E. E is the fifth letter in the alphabet. 5 is the number of the entertainer, E. So in order for you to really learn, I have to be entertaining. I gotta say some shit. I gotta be a little off the wall. I gotta be a little unhinged. I'm just saying. Now let's continue. Your relationships will decay into dull routine. If your relationship is dull right now, this is for you. Your presence will fade into irrelevance. This is for you. Your influence will be non-existent. This is for you. And worst of all, you will be alone. This is not about romance alone. This is about life, bro. It's about life. Seduction is the art of making people want you, crave your presence, your words, your energy. It is the power that turns nobodies into icons. And I don't think you want to be a nobody. I don't think you want to be a nobody. Look at Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Alton Mason, Prince. They are not just artists. They are mythological figures in human form. They've created a godly presence. Make sure you guys follow me if you haven't and keep running up the likes. Let's try to get this live to 600 viewers. It is the power of their energy and their aura. What I want you to understand is that they mastered the dance of mystery, allure, and absence. Alton Mason hasn't posted in a couple of days. Now, a lot of y'all may be like, you're weird. Why did you notice that? Because this is the GQ Male Model of the Year. I want to understand everything about him and his strategy. And he's a Scorpio. So you know what he's doing is intentional. And Alton Mason actually came on my live before and told me, hey, what I co-sign. You spitting facts. You get what I'm saying? And if you don't know who Alton Mason is, look him up. One of the first black male models to model for Chanel. That's history. He is forever in history now. Okay? So, they understood that to be wanted, you must not always be available. Some of y'all are too available. Some of y'all are way too available, way too accessible. Again, like I said, if you want to see if you are eligible, and do not DM me if you do not have money or you're not payment ready. If not, keep taking this free information. Because one thing about it, this information is not cheap. So if you want to see if you are eligible to join the class and you are payment ready, DM me your birthday. Because if your birthday says that you don't even have a chance, you're not getting in. Okay? So DM me your birthday to see if you're eligible to join the magnetism class. After February 8th, you can no longer join. So I'm telling you right now, there are limited seats. Period. Okay? Anyways, somebody said, ego, I send with love. And I want to talk about that too. You have to know how to learn how to use ego. Ego is like your shadow. Ego is like your masculine. Ego is like your feminine. It's an aspect of you. That doesn't mean that your ego should always be up front. Your ego needs to be used as a tool. Okay? So you have to know when to use this ego and when not to. Period. That's it. Just like when you are playing basketball and you on the court and somebody talking about something, you fool. Baby, that ego better come out and you better check that motherfucker. Whoever is over here sleeping on you, that ego needs to come out to protect you, because that's what the ego is here for. Your ego doesn't give a fuck about nobody but you. And your ego knows when you're being threatened. But it takes a level of wisdom to be able to know how to use your ego correctly. I don't lead with my ego. But if you try to disrespect me, you're going to meet them. Let's continue. If you do not wield seduction, you will be at the mercy of those who do. You ever liked somebody so bad that you was just simping for them? Like, be real. You ever simped for somebody? Like, be real. Come on now. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. You ever simped for somebody real bad? Like, be for real. It's okay. I ain't gonna judge you. That shit didn't feel good, huh? Felt like all your power was gone. You over here waiting for them to text you. Every little notification you get, you like, did they text me? Come on now. Don't lie. That simping shit ain't cool, man. That simping shit ain't player. It's not. That shit didn't feel good. So I'm telling you right now, everything I'm going to teach you today is so that you do not become a simp in life. Because a simp in life, I want you to understand that that way of living also translates into your career. That means that when you are a simp, that means that you're not valuing yourself. And that means that you're putting everybody else above you. So understand that this simping shit is not just about love and attraction. It also bleeds into your career, believe it or not. That means that when somebody is willing to offer you the bare minimum because you're simping, you will take it. I'm trying to tell you. So, the death of mystery, why comfort kills attraction. Love and relationships do not die because of arguments or betrayals. They die because of predictability. A person who is entirely known becomes a person who is no longer desired. When you go on a date, or when you meet new people, or when you find a new group of people that you want to be around, do not go oversharing and telling them everything about you. If you're the type of person that you yap, if you're born on the 3rd, the 12th, or the 21st, this is probably you. If you're a Leo, this is probably you. Stop oversharing. Because you keep telling everybody everything about you, you're no longer special. This is why new kids in school are always super popular right when they come in, because nobody knows anything about them. So you have to learn how to keep your mouth shut and not share everything about yourself. Let people find things out. Let people dig for you. You get me? Let's continue. Okay? Most people believe they need to be open books, to share everything, to always be accessible, to constantly prove their love, their loyalty, their availability. This is a lie. The human brain is wired to chase what's just out of reach. Okay, this is my report, y'all. This is my report. Just out of reach. The human brain is wired to chase what is just out of reach. Make sure you guys follow. The second something is fully obtained, it loses its magic. Why do you think guys, right after they crush a woman, right after they crash, they crack, why do you think that they lose interest? Because the very thing that they've been chasing after, they have obtained. But what if I told you that I know a way for you to, let's say somebody crack you, they get into that final base, but I know how to keep them interested. And an example is, number one, after they crack, after they, I gotta use the right words. After they crack, don't text them. Don't text them. You want to know why? And again, this is going to seem a little bit dark, but let me tell you something. People want to play games. People want to be seduced. People want their life to feel like a movie, okay? All right? And sometimes that means taking things away from people so they can respect it. So after you let somebody get in full base with you, do not text them. Especially if you want them to respect you, because this is how you teach people to respect you. Just because I give you what you want does not mean you treat me as if I'm nothing now. See, now when I frame it like that, it don't seem so dark no more, do it? When I frame it like that, it don't seem too dark now, do it? Exactly. Because you know what it feels like to give something to somebody that they want, and then they treat you like nothing and they throw you away. So what do? You don't text them. You don't call them. You know what that's going to make them do? That's going to make them question their performance. That's going to make them want to go again. Because now it's almost like they're starting from the beginning again, and they have to win you over again. Because you're the star, sweetheart. And until you recognize that shit, and if me telling you you're the star makes you feel uncomfortable, please get the fuck off my live, because you're not for me. I only deal with stars. I only teach stars. So if me telling you that you're a star triggers you and you can't see that, I'm not for you, because all I'm going to do is continue to trigger you, because this is star talk. This is not for the insecure. This is not for the weak, sweetheart. This is not. Period. Scorpio here, Aries moon here, Aquarius rising here. I am the star. That's why you fuck with me, because you recognize real recognize real. That's why we fuck with each other. Think about it. And if you don't like me, it's because an aspect of me you don't like about yourself. They ain't got shit to do with me, nigga. I don't even know you. And I love myself enough that none of y'all opinion matter. So even if you love me, I don't care. Even if you hate me, I don't care. Because my self-love isn't based off of what you think about me. Because if your love is what dictated what I love about me, y'all would think I was annoying. Because I would constantly be trying to perform for you. And you fuck with me because what you think about me, I don't care. That's why you fuck with me. I'm telling you. You fuck with me because you like, damn, I don't really fuck with those glasses, but you killing them. And you fuck with the fact that I don't give a fuck. And that's why I fuck with you. Because you allow me to be me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Because guess what? When it's time for you to be you, you know, I'm not finna give a fuck about you, because it's you. You being you. As long as you being you, I'ma fuck with you. Whether or not I like your style or not. I don't gotta like your style, but if I know you being you and you killing that shit by being you, I'ma fuck with you. All right, enough with the fucking with yous. I think you get it. We fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? We locked in, twin. We locked in. You better do it back. You better do it back. We locked in, twin. All right, bet. We locked in. All right, cool. We locked in. All right. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow me. Don't play with me. I'm giving you all this game. And like I said, please don't be mad if you don't get into the magnetism class. Again, this psychology, I don't want people who not going to get it to be in it. I don't want people who not going to use it to be in it. I don't want people who going to use it for negative to be in it. Y'all who born 1984 and 1996, y'all are some manipulative motherfuckers. I keep telling y'all. Y'all are some manipulative motherfuckers. So I be very selective about people being born 1994 and people born 1996 and people born 1984. I don't always let y'all into the class because y'all don't know when to stop. That's the problem. When y'all get this information, it's like y'all don't know when to stop. All right? So let's continue. So, the coquette. All right, so now we're going to get into seduction styles. And that's what you're going to learn when you join my magnetism class. You're going to learn your seduction style. All right, the coquette, the master of seduction, understands this. They come close enough to give you a taste and then disappear before you can have more. They leave you haunted, restless, and obsessed. Okay? Now, if you guys look at XXXTentacion, if you look at Playboi Carti, they've mastered the power of cult-like fan bases. They've mastered cult-like fan bases. If you look at Playboi Carti's Instagram, only 2 pictures. XXXTentacion's Instagram, only 1 picture. Because they knew what they were doing. That means that when they post, you would be craving them to post. While everybody else is constantly posting every day. They're posting very sparingly. But here's the thing. You have to first get people to latch on to you before you pull something away. Because if people don't give a fuck about you, latching away and pulling away ain't gonna do shit. I'm telling you. Why you saying 144, Destin? Why you saying 144? Why you saying 144? How many people we got on YouTube? Is that why you saying that? No, we got 50 people watching. Okay, bet. All right, so let's continue. All right. Comfort is the graveyard of attraction. Do not let people get comfortable. Do not let people feel like they got you. Do not let people feel like, oh, I got them. I copped them. I cuffed them. Like, I got it. Like, do not ever let people feel like they got it. You have to keep people on their toes. And there is a law called the danger of familiarity. When people get too familiar, they stop respecting you. The danger of familiarity. When people get too familiar and they treat you like, oh, that's just Ori. Oh, that's just Nikki. That's just, you're in a bad spot, sweetheart. That means that they're not taking you serious. Period. Okay? Seduction is power, the secret game of influence. There is a secret game being played in every room, every conversation, every social interaction. Some people are mystically magnetic, effortlessly drawing others in. Some are entirely forgettable. So there are some people who we just cannot stop thinking about. And then there are some people who we just forget about so easily. It's like, we be like, what's their name? Like, damn, they wasn't even special enough for you to remember their name. Okay? So those who master seduction control the atmosphere. They influence without force, persuade without words, rule without needing a throne. This is how friendships, businesses, leadership, and influence work. A man who is too eager for friendship is avoided. So you cannot be thirsty either. Understand, do not be thirsty to be nobody's friend. You hear me? A woman who is too available is taken for granted. An artist who overexposes themselves become boring. But those who give a little, then retreat, they become legends. Those who give a little, then retreat, become legends. I'm going to say it one more motherfucking time. Those who give a little, then retreat, become legends. Think of Michael Jackson's silence. Think of Prince's mystery. Think of Janet Jackson's smoldering restraint. You get what I'm saying? They were not desperate for attention. They commanded it. Why do you think when Michael Jackson came on, he just stood there for a second? This nigga, let me tell you something. Michael Jackson was so cold. This nigga will come, right? And he'll, bitch is fainting. Like, you know how mad I be? I done paid all this money to go to Michael Jackson concert. I faint. This nigga ain't even sing a note. This nigga ain't even sing a note. Niggas fainting. Do you know how much aura that is, nigga? Like, that's Riz, nigga. Nigga ain't even say no word. And niggas are, oh, they already fainting. I'm telling you. Let's continue. Absence, the ultimate, you know what? I can't give y'all all of this. I'm gonna do this last part. I'm going to do this last part. This is the last shit I'm going to give you. I done gave an hour straight of game. Now, the next part, you already know we're going to get into the readings. I'm going to tell you how to win in 2025 with your birthday. And I'm going to tell you how to be the most magnetic version of yourself with your birthday. All right? So, this last thing I'm going to teach you. Absence, the ultimate power move. Your greatest weapon in seduction is the ability to disappear. Most people surrender too soon. They believe by giving more, they will be wanted more. But this is the ultimate mistake. The more you satisfy someone's curiosity, they lose interest. The moment you make yourself too available, you lose value. The moment you give them everything, they stop craving you. To be truly wanted, you must be willing to walk away. When someone disrespects you, do not argue. When someone fails to appreciate you, do not beg. When someone takes you for granted, withdraw and let absence do the work. That's game right there, huh? I'm telling you, nothing unsettles the human mind like an unexpected void. I'm trying to tell you. You have to be willing to walk away. That's why I say you have to be able to love yourself for real, for real. You got to be able to love yourself for real, for real. If you don't love yourself, this not going to work. Your respect is way more powerful and valuable than anybody else's gratification. You feel me? Like, you have to protect your respect. That means that the moment somebody disrespects you, you got to do what you got to do. Now, the one piece of advice I'll tell you is that when people disrespect you, use your nonverbal cues. Use your nonverbal cues. So when someone disrespects you, just look at them. Don't say nothing. Stop getting so emotional. Don't say nothing. Just give them a look like, that's it. Just give them a look. And if they keep going, if they go again, you tell them calmly, I don't like what you're doing. Tell them calmly. Don't stop losing your shit. Stop losing your cool. Tell them calmly, I don't like what you're doing. Somebody said, oh, you have them type of eyes. Cover them back up. I can't. I told you I'm a Scorpio. You tell them, I don't know. I don't like what you're doing. And then if they keep going, you subtly withdraw. Don't make it too dramatic. Don't be like, see, that's why I don't fuck with you and go away. Don't make it too dramatic. Just, if you usually hang out with them after work, you don't hang out with them. If you usually let them sleep over, you don't let them sleep over. Little subtle things. Because guess what? You too busy trying to teach people a lesson. You need to use your absence to cause self-reflection in them. When you do a subtle withdrawal, they're going to ask themselves, damn, when I did that upset them? Because now they don't kiss me as much. They don't. Stop trying to, you always da. Stop doing that shit. That shit unattractive. You feel me? So like I said, join the magnetism class. All you have to do is DM me to join. DM me your birthday. And if your birthday is eligible, you will be able to join. We already got about 20 requests right now. Let me tell you something. All 20 people is not getting in my class. Because one thing about it, my game is not for to be everywhere. I don't need everybody knowing my game. My sauce. How I have masked over 1 million people. Child, Erykah Badu just liked my shit the other day. That's how I know I'm the shit. Erykah Badu, baby. I love you, Erykah. Erykah Badu. Did you know? Anyways. So now what I'm about to do is I'm about to get into